Fly away, little bots, fly, fly.
Hey, what's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and we have finally reached the end of our journey with the Fans Toys aerial bots, and what a long journey it has been. What, about 4 years, I think? But we're finally at the end here. We have reviewed all 5 of our aerial bots, and if you missed any of those reviews, or if you missed the video showing how to get all of these boys into their combined modes, that playlist is in the description down below for you to check out if you wish. But now it is time for the grand finale, so let's get down to combining these boys and forming Superion. So let's go! So as I usually like to do, we're going to start from the bottom and work our way up. So we have our right leg here, so we just take the foot, we just drop him down. We have posts and ports that will go right into the front, right here. Slide those up and push those in. Take these side panels, they'll tab into the side, just push them up, that'll lock in, push that up, and that will lock in. You got that secured. And now you want to bring in the thigh section here, so you want to make sure that this part is completely opened up. You want to take the thigh and just bring that back a couple clicks so you can just push this up and just get that out of the way. And you're going to drop this down over his head and then slide it forward. And once you've done that, you can take this and just drop it down over his head, and then you can close this up like so, and this will tab into his chest like that. And you can just straighten that leg back out. And for the back side, you're just going to take the section, drop it down. So a little tab slide connection that happens right there. Just bring that down, drop that into place. Then you need to get this out of the way. And take these sections here and bring them both up. And then these sections will come in and just tab into those slots right there on either side. Once you've done that, you can just take this section and just tuck it into that little groove right there, like so. Get that all straightened out, and there you have a leg all done. So now for the left side, you're essentially doing the same thing, but for some reason it is a lot harder to do on this side, and I don't know why. I don't know. The easiest way I found to do it is I don't do the front first. I do one side first, and get that in place. So I get one side tabbed in. And then I kind of split the legs so you can engage the ankle tilt on this side. And I end up actually kind of bringing this up so I can get underneath it and just kind of pull this up until it pops in. And that's the way I found is easiest way to do it. It's still not easy though, and again, I don't know why this side is so easy. I mean, this side is so hard, while the other side was just so easy and just popped right in. So yeah, this part is a struggle. Yeah, this side is not fun, but we'll get it. Come on, there we go. Woo. There we go. We popped that in. Oh, I jabbed the wing into my vinyl there. Oopsies, and I knocked the wing off in the process. That's okay. It just clip on. Anyway, I'll get him all resituated in a little bit here. But once you've done that mess, make sure his legs are tabbed back together. You want to open up these little panels here, and then take this, push it in, and that will just pop in, and there we go. We have a leg all secured. Let me get his wing back on real quick. Okay, I got his wing back on, so now we have another little problematic piece here. For some reason, this guy, he's the problem child of this group. This tail fin here is supposed to go onto this tab right here. The problem is that it just did not work, and it would not hold. I ended up having to shave this tab down to kind of make it work. I even kind of shaved some plastic out of the slot itself, and I got it to kind of work. It definitely works better than it did, but it's still not like a dead solid connection. So that's definitely one point of kind of not the best going on there, but there you go. I mean, it holds on well enough, but I had to, you know, kind of shave some plastic away to make it work, but that's what you're supposed to do there. And now again, we're bringing in the thigh. So again, just bring this back, a couple clicks, make sure that comes up with it, make sure this is completely opened. Then you're going to do the same thing, just drop this down over his head, and slide it forward. Get it lined up, slide that forward, and then make sure you just bring that piece down, bring this down, and lock it in. Like that. Bring that down over his chest. So now what you're going to do back here is you're going to take this and bring that all the way down. You want to take this, rotate it up, and then swing it back. You have to move the wings out of the way. And that will tab in to the side, like so. Same thing on the other side. Bring that up, swing that back, get the wing out of the way, and that will just snap in right there, like so. Then you're going to collapse this down. You want to collapse this hinge forward. And there's a tab that will go into this slot right here. So just drop that down, line that up, and just push that in, like so. These are probably going to come undone because they don't hold in too well anyway. But there, essentially, you have your other leg all done. And now we'll just get the arms ready to go. This is pretty straightforward. We have our right hand here, and you have these hook tabs that are going to go in right there. So just line it up and just push it in. You can bring those feet down, and you got that done. And for a slingshot, this will just slide in to these grooves. Slide that all the way in, like so. And there you have your arms ready to go. And now to do some leg connection here, you're just going to take the big old mushroom peg and just slide that in. And then you're going to close up the front and close up the sides here. And you got that side done. And second verse, just like the first, just get that in there. Slide that in, close that up, close up the sides, and you have the legs. Alright, so now for the chestial region here, what we need to do is take this section and just bring this down so we can open up his pecs. Open that up and open that up. There are little locking tabs up top. You just want to flip these up. That will allow you to take all this and rock this down and rock this down. Just bring that up. These little side sections also you want to rock down like that. And once you've done that, we bring in our silver ball, our silver cube here, and he will just drop right in. Then you just bring all this down, bring this up, and just get everything situated back in place. Once you get these side pieces in, you can just drop these little locking tabs back down. And now you're just going to bring these sections back up, tab slot connection right there, just to lock that in place. Same thing here, bring that up, tab slot connection, just line that up, and get that into place, and you have this little panel right here. Just flip that up to close up that gap right there. And lastly, you just close the chest back up, and bring this back up, and that's all set. And now for the arms, it's a simple case of just taking them and dropping them down. There's a little track there for them. They'll just slide right down, lock into place. On this side, you do have a little panel that you want to bring up. And we just bring in our other arm. Again, just line it up, drop it down, and close that panel. And at long last, here we have Fans Toys Ethereaon, aka Superion, in his combined mode, and he looks awesome. I absolutely love the way this turned out. It looks amazing in my opinion. And I know people are going to complain about how these guys combined and Silverbolt's just a gap filler and the faux torso and everything. I know people are going to complain about it. Does it bother me at all? No, it doesn't bother me one bit. He looks amazing. Why am I not bothered by it? Because I don't make rules for a property that toy-wise has never had any rules in the first place. I mean, there's been parts forming since day one. There's been shell forming since day one. There's been transformers that don't transform since day one. So why am I going to make rules for a property that it itself has never had any steadfast rules. And then get mad at them because they didn't follow my made-up rules. That doesn't make sense. It's never made sense. It never will. Last time I checked, these are fictional characters. They're not real. They're not going to be offended by anything they were made to do, so why on God's green earth am I going to be? Now, do these guys combine in the traditional way? And that's the word people should actually be using. People say real combiner. No, they're really combined. They're 5 robots locked into one body. They are really combined. Traditional, that's the word you actually want to use. They're not combined in the traditional way. As in, the main robot becomes a torso and the limb bots connect to him. Is this doing that? No, it's not. It's not combined in the traditional way, but they are still combined. They're just doing it in a different way. And I know all of what I'm saying here is going to go in one ear and out the other for a lot of people, and that's fine. To each their own. You're going to feel how you feel. But if I can bring just one person over to the land of rational thought and being open-minded, I will have felt I have made a difference in this world. But anyway, enough of that. Here's Superion. Let's talk about him. So let's take a look at that noggin, and it's a lovely, lovely noggin. This is the cartoon head. You can see, just done all in nice. It's not black. It's kind of like a, it's kind of like a charcoal color, I would say, but it's not like a pitch black. Looks really good. You got the nice red visor there. You got the horns there. They're done in a gold chrome. Looks really, really nice. And we'll just move up this big old body of his, and he is quite hefty when he's all combined up. But everything comes together nicely. Some nice details there. Leg bots look good. Again, these little wings. Don't like these little wings. They don't like to stay on. But his big old feeties. He's got some big old feeties. But yeah. Everything comes together well. Everything locks together well for the most part, except for these little tail fins. But everything locks together quite well. Then you got the backpack there. You got some cool like little thrusters back here and everything. But overall, hey, quite good looking Superion. A big, hefty boy here. Now, articulation wise, what have we got? I'm gonna tell you. So the head can rotate, can do a full 360. He can look up, he can look down. As far as the arms go, it can rotate on a nice ratchet there, a nice solid ratchet. Get a full 360 going on, and it's a pretty good ratchet. It'll be a little stronger, but it can still hold the pose. Outward movement, got it right there. Get out pretty much all the way. Again, nice solid ratchet. You do have bicep rotation. You have 90 degrees of a bend there at the elbow. Moving on to the hands, we do have a ratcheted wrist rotation. Also a hinge that allows the hand to move outward if you need it to. You have some fully articulated fingers here. The thumb, this whole section here is on a hinge that can move up and down. And I love that because it actually works like a real thumb. So such a little detail, but I personally love it. And this can also rotate as well. The thumb itself can rotate. It's on a ball joint, and you have a hinge there and a hinge there. And all the fingers are just on a hinge at the base, hinge there, and hinge there. So you basically have nice, fully posable hands that can also splay out if you need them all nice and splayed. Moving on down, we got waist rotation. Nice ratcheted joint there, and we also have a ab crunch, so we can get some good crunchage going on there. Again, nice solid ratchet there. Now as far as the legs go, we got panels that we can kind of move out of the way. The legs can move forward, about that far, backward. Oh boy, about that far, outward. Woo, we can get the full splits out of them. It's so squeaky though. You have thigh rotation going on. As far as knees, we have pretty deep knee bend going on there, which is quite nice. Now as far as the feet go, you do have a double joint here to work with for upward and downward movements. You do also have a toe joint as well, and you do have ankle tiltage. Now granted, you do have to kind of move this panel out of the way to engage it, but you do have a good amount of ankle tiltage there. So now let's talk real quick about the big old blaster here. So right now we have Superion set up in cartoon mode. So if you want the blaster in cartoon mode, what you want to do is open this up, remove the wing, close that back up, bring this back, and we're going to flip out this panel right here, and that's ready to go. And now you want to raise up this little panel right here. It's basically the hip skirt panel. So you want to bring that up, and this will slide into that opening. And there's even, I don't know if you can see it, but there are little tabs on this that will go into these slots right here to lock it in place. So you just take that and just slide it in and just get that secured. And there you have Superion in full cartoon mode with the arm cannon there, and that's cool. Now bear in mind, when you have this configuration going on, you lose that elbow joint. Like, he can't bend that arm now, so it's a sacrifice, but again, totally up to you what you want to do. It's your toy, display it however you wish. But if you want a more G1 toy-looking Superion, we can do that as well. So the first thing you want to do is you want to take this belly piece and just completely remove it. Just untabs. You want to open up the chest, pecs here, and just bring those down. And we're going to take these little fin pieces here and slide those down and slide that down. And then you can close that right back up. Come on. Yo, there we go. Get that all snapped into place. And now for the head, what you're going to do is you're going to pop this off. You're going to take his horns here. You're going to slide them up, and swap them. So now this gold is facing you. And then we just take this face, turn it around to the other face. We have this section here of the forehead. We're just going to rotate around like so. And just drop that down. And then take the gun in this configuration and just pop it into his hand. This usual tab slot connection going on there. I love that there's actually a trigger there also. That makes me happy. Again, little details make me happy. Just wrap his fingers around that. And now you have a more G1 toy version of Superion. And hey, options, they're good, but guess what? We have even more options. So we have quite a few noggin options and features here. One thing we can do is we can pop off the head here, or at least the face section. We can remove these horns, because if you don't like the gold chrome, well, guess what? They just have gold painted ones. So if that's a look you prefer instead of the chrome, hey, you got that option. As always, options are good, but we do also have face options as well for this particular side of the head. And swapping the faces is easy. You just get under there, remove that face, and we can put this face on. And we can have slightly happy Superion. Or if you don't like that, we can always put this one on. And now he's all like grr. You can do that. Or if you don't like that, we can always put this face on. He can be all you know. So hey, options, and as always, options are good. And we do also have a light up feature, which is kind of successful, kind of not. But basically, if we rip off his face here, the battery compartment is right in here, and it takes two 377A batteries, which are not included. You have to get those yourself. And you just open up this little compartment here. It's actually quite hard to get open, but just pry it open. And your on-off switch is right here, and depending on which way you flick this switch, you'll get the lights to that corresponding side. So if we hold it in this orientation and we pull the switch towards us, you can see the visor there glows red. And this side works pretty well, but if we bring it to the other side and bring the switch all the way forward, you can see you really don't get much of anything. There is a light in there. I'll remove the face. You can see there is a little bulb in there. It's not that bright, and it's doing really nothing. So that's pretty much a case of grr, that doesn't work. Grr, but you know, the other side, the tune head side, that actually works pretty well. So hey, as always, options, they're good. Do whatever you want there. So there you have that, and now for comparison. First, here he is with his animation model, just so you can see how that works out. Here he is with MP44, Optimus Prime. He's a little guy, really little guy. Here he is with the Zeta Toys Superion, so you can see how they fare against one another. Now, the Zeta Toys version is a good Superion as well, but me personally, I feel like the Fans Toys version wins, hands down. But again, just my opinion, to each their own. So there you have that. And here he is with G1 Superion because he's he's precious. Oh, so precious. And we'll bring in Combiner Wars Devastator. You'll see how that works out. Come here. With the Ocular Max Bruticus. And here he is with the DX9 Menasor. And I'm definitely looking forward to finishing off the Fans Toys Menasor. But for now, these two definitely look good together, in my opinion. And why not? Here he is with the Dreamstar Toys Superion, so you can see how that works out. And I know I'm not going to do all the comparisons that people want to see because I never do. It's pretty much impossible, really. So this is why I give you the measurements. So to the top of his head, Superion comes in at almost 21 inches tall. So there you go. So there you have Ethereaon, and yeah, I am very happy with the way this turned out. I think this turned out fantastic. He's just big, hefty, solid. The only thing that annoys me are those tail fins on his left leg that just don't want to stay tabbed. The only thing that really frustrates me about this combiner is just those little tail fins. Well, that and how much effort it is to get that left foot attached also. His left foot, that left leg is just, it's the problem leg. But everything else works well. It's just that one part you have to struggle with, unfortunately. But all in all, super pleased with him. I know people will have their gripes about how all this combines. And again, to each their own, you feel how you feel. Again, doesn't bother me one bit. I think it looks fantastic. And yeah, it was a long wait to get this combiner finished. But yeah, I feel it was definitely worth the wait. And as far as I'm concerned, in my opinion, as far as like MP scaled Superions go, this is the best one on the market, I feel. The best one, hands down. But as always, that's just my 2 cents, to each their own. But there you go. Now, if you would like to pick up this set for yourself, you can get it from TF Safari. I'll put a link to their site in the description down below, so you can check that out. And if you use the promo code 2022 EmGo Review at checkout, you will get a discount on your order. You can also check out the Ethereaon playlist for any videos you may have missed. Also linked in the description down below, so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it. So don't forget to check out EmGames, check out Love, Peace, Paranormal, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So there is the Fans Toys Ethereaon. And this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old. You grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud. Palm in your face. No, Superion! Great. Maybe all 5 of you together can help me. Now what can we do for you? I need uppies. What? I want uppies! Come on! Are you serious right now? Please? Pretty please? I mean, really please? You feel better now? Can you rock me to sleep and sing me a lullaby? We don't get paid enough for this job.